Hello everybody, now that you have your hosting, we can continue with the setup. Now if you didn't get hosting yet, go back a step in these lessons and get it so that you can continue to follow the course. Now when you first log in, you're going to have a button that says set up site, so that will be the first time you log in. I don't have that, and in fact I have a demo account here that I'm using for these lessons, and I asked the hosting company to give me this because in fact my account looks a little different to this, but yours should look like this. Alright, so when you click on the button that says set up website, you should be taken to something that looks like this. So we're going to install a new application, and the application we're going to install is WordPress. So click select, and now we're going to set up the login. Now here we're going to enter an email address, and we're going to be able to set up this email address later. So for now, I'm just going to put my name at. Now this here would be your domain name, whatever it is. And once again, we're going to be able to set up this email address shortly. And in fact, you can set up unlimited email addresses on your domain. So it doesn't really matter if you want to change it later, you can. But for now, just choose something that you want to use as your admin email address. And now enter a password and continue. You don't need to add the SG Site Scanner, just click finish. And then once you've done that, you can go back up to websites. And the website that you've just set up will be here under My Websites. So the next thing to do is click on Manage. Go to Site Tools. Alright, now here's a really important thing. If you purchased your domain name from somewhere else, in other words, you purchased it from GoDaddy or another registrar, and you didn't purchase it along with your hosting, now you need to connect the two together. So what you need to do is you need to take your name servers, and they're here, right here, this one and this one. Just take them and copy them onto a text file. Now I'm going to show you how to do this if you purchased your domain name from GoDaddy. If you purchased it from somewhere else, a different registrar, maybe Namecheap or something like that, it's a very similar process, and you can just look at the guides for that particular registrar to see how to do it if you can't figure it out. But if you watch what I do here in GoDaddy, it's going to be very similar. Alright, now once again, if you purchased your domain name along with your hosting, you don't need to do this step. Okay? So if you don't need to do this step, you can move on to the next lesson. Otherwise, keep watching. Alright, now the domain name that I have purchased and I'm going to use in this course is doitforwildlife.co.uk. The blog is going to be about creating a garden that attracts wildlife, and it's perfect for wildlife, but also there are going to be other things in there like talking about wildlife crime, how to know if a crime has been committed, how to report it, various other things. So Do It For Wildlife is a kind of a catchy name. Alright, this is what we do. You need to go into the settings for the domain name that you want to connect to your hosting. Scroll down until you find Manage DNS. Scroll down again to Name Servers. Now here you want to change from the default name servers to the name servers for your hosting. This is all you're going to need to do. There's not much to it. Click on Change. Select Custom. We can ignore this message here. And here we're going to enter the name servers one at a time. We've got NS1 and we've got NS2. And we're going to click Save. Features may be unavailable while we process your update. Now this is only going to take maximum of about 1 hour, maybe 2 hours at most. Doesn't take long. In fact, most of the time it only takes about 15 minutes. So you do need to be a little patient because until the name server change has processed, you won't be able to start working on your blog. But as I say, it shouldn't take more than 2 hours. That's at the very, very longest. Okay, see you in a minute.